Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to show you how to use the solver function in Excel for a Mac. Now, we have a table over here which we're going to use for our solver function. And what we need to do is we need to set up our constraints and our profit, and then we're going to ask Excel to give us a decision on our output and our profit. Now, in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and enter our objectives. For our TVs, for the 50-inch, our profit is $50, and for LG 75, it is $75. Now, each LG TV requires, here's our problem, requires 2 man-hours in the production area and 1 man-hour in the assembly, whereas the LG 70 requires 2 man-hours in production and 3 man-hours in assembly. So let's go ahead and type those numbers in. Over here we have 2 and 1, and over here we have 2 and 3 hours in assembly. It's a bigger TV, so you need more hours. Okay, so we got our constraints in. You can have more than one constraint. I don't need these 3 right here, so I'm going to go ahead and let's get these. Let's delete these right here. Okay. Now before we use the solver, we're going to need to put in an equation, a function in here. What we're going to do is we're going to multiply this cell times cell in B2 and add that to the sum of C2 and C3. Now we can go ahead and show you 2 ways how to do that. We're going to multiply CB3 times B2, but B2 we want to tell Excel to keep it the same, so don't change it. I know in Windows you can hit F4, and I don't know how to do that in a Mac, so I'm just going to go ahead and type that in manually and put these in parentheses so it doesn't mess up our formula. Open parentheses, this cell, multiply it by C2, C2, we need to put the dollar signs, close parentheses, hit enter. Is that the correct equation? Yes. Actually, just put the dollar sign right here. Boom. Okay, we got a 0. That's one way to do it. Much easier way is to hit sum product. And we're going to tell it we want these 2 cells, comma, these 2 cells fixed, dollar signs, enter. So we got the function, and we want to do is we want to drag these down the constraints. Okay, we don't need these to be highlighted, so we're going to fix that. Okay, so now we got our function. Now we can go ahead and click on solver. Now if you don't have the new update that came out in April 2016, one way to add the solver is to go to tools, and then you're not going to see these if you don't go to Excel and hit add-ins and check these right here, hit OK, and then they'll show up right there. The new update, you don't have to do that, you just go to data, go to solver, and boom. Now for our objective, we wanted to change the highlighted cell. That's why we kept it in green. And we want Excel over here to change the cells in these to give us the result on how many products, how many TVs we want it to produce. So we got that. We want to add our constraints. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add that. Pretty simple. Select the cells from this side. We want to tell it that it could be lower or equal to the constraint, which are entered over here. So the production cannot exceed 300 hours, assembly cannot exceed 240 hours. Those are both given in the problem. Hit OK. And if you want to add more constraints, you can go ahead and do that. You have less, equal, more than, and a couple other ones, difference. Okay, so we're going to hit cancel. And the other thing you want to check is simple LP, linear programming. Go ahead and hit that, and then magic button, solve. Do we hit solve? We get our decision. We need to produce 150 LG 50 hours, TVs and 45 of the 75 to hit the maximum profit of 86.25. If you want to find out more details on how many we can produce or any slack, we can click on sensitivity report and hit OK, and then we'll get that. I have a bunch of reports over here, and it'll kind of give you that you can increase each model of TV by this amount with the same profit, actually with the same output. So there you have it. That's how you use the solver in Excel for a Mac. If you have any questions, go ahead, comment below. If you like this video, click like and hit subscribe. Thank you very much.